Dope Groove by Spolestra.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about sports and everything else around it. I am the buff nerd, J-Stogs. Let's go. And of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why the show is called what it is, Big Game James. What up, guy? How you doing?
Man, what's up? I'm glad. Hey, man, I'm looking for it. I'm lost. So
I know you are.
I'm good, man. Welcome to the madness, everybody. Welcome. Thank y'all.
Welcome to the madness. Let me go ahead and get started with this and finish with it. That way, we're not just, taking 6 minutes to do this thing. Hey, make sure that you like, subscribe, and smash that bell. Welcome to BGSC Network, Big Game Sports and Entertainment Network. Again, make sure that you do those things and share with your friends, family, loved ones, and enemies, because we always want to see what they're chatting about. You can also make sure that you chat with us. There you go. You can also listen to us on your favorite podcast platforms, whatever they may be. Okay, I'm done. Was that good?
Hey, that was great job, J-Stogs. Great job.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Make sure you check out the other podcasts that are on BGSC Network, because there's a lot. We got stuff.
Hey,
but on Big Game Sports Buzz.
And if you're on BGSC Network, make sure you check out the other podcasts on BGSC Network. Woo! Boy,
it's been a long week, man. Look, I'm medicated, so whatever.
Me too. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call mine tonight. Medication.
I'm medicated. Hey, tonight a lot of good stuff is going on in the sports world. 4 downs, of course. Oh hell no! Oh man, tonight we got a good one. I believe. I think we do. Keep it on the court. Of course, NBA Finals edition. And top 5 tonight. Top 5 summer blockbuster movies of all time. Listen, this was a hard one.
You some of my bitch. Boy. 5 of these.
This is tough.
Dog. Yeah.
This was tough. This was tough. Game always texts me, hey, look, man, like this year or is it, last year?
You will twist it. You will twist it at the end. So I got a clarification beforehand. So you said, Transformers and Little Mermaid. I'm like, that's this year.
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute.
I'm giving you an example.
All time. Yeah, an example. I get it now. You say, no, all time. Then I was like, good. Then I was like, no, not good. Too many damn movies have been out since I've been alive to now. And I give you 5 of them.
5 of them. That's the way top 5 works. That's the way it works. So make sure that you chat. You put in the chat your top 5 summer blockbuster movies. These are movies that came out between May and August of all time. Man, I'm telling you, it's tough. But hey, you know what? It's time to go ahead and begin with the hottest trends and news stories, sports news stories of the week in 4 downs. So like I said, of course, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals, but first, DeAndre Hopkins is
Mm,
still out there. Is this something we should be worried about? I mean, OTAs are OTAs, right? We get what they are,
right.
right? They're voluntary. But I mean, at this point, we're getting into, we're in June. August will be here before we know it. And then the season starts. Should he not at least be kind of close to getting signed somewhere?
And Jay, I really thought about this when we talked about it a little earlier, man. Getting it, you have time, yes, but if you want that chemistry and that continuity to
Mm-hmm.
start coming together, and if he's on your radar, you need to go ahead and snag him and bring him in. You need to get,
Right.
because 9 teams started mandatory mini camps today. Other teams have their
Yeah.
mandatory mini camps coming up. Other teams
Mm.
are still going through OTAs, however they did, their timeline to get it done.
Right.
These are the times that you need to start working on route running, that chemistry, that talking with your quarterback, that eye signal, hand signal, whatever it is you need to develop.
Right.
And I thought it was far fetched for a while when we said, man, Deshaun Watson wants him in Cleveland. But if it's happening this late, maybe Cleveland would be a good landing spot because they've worked together before as far as like
Mhm.
quarterback continuity.
Right.
Realistically, though, I believe he wants to go somewhere to compete. And if the
Sure.
Chiefs were really a serious player, like they've been saying on all the major networks,
Yeah.
I think it would have got done by now. And I think it should have got
Yeah.
done by now if he's in serious consideration to your franchise.
Do you think maybe they were just trying to get through the off season, the rest of their off season, like the visit and all of that, and now maybe they can sit down as far as the Chiefs and say, okay, we can realistically look at how this is going to work, and maybe talking to the agents and say, look, we know what we have, we're good with what we have. How much is it going to cost us to bring D Hop in here?
Mm,
Because I think that's another part of it too. Is he may want, you know, he may want the bag, maybe
Yeah.
not all of it.
right. But I don't know what he's asking. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a ridiculous number to where you're like, come on, man, that's not even fathomable for what you bring to the table right now.
Good word.
Thank you, sir. If I'm D Hop, though, honestly, J-Stogs, I'm looking at it in the form of where can I go compete? Where do I have a
Mhm.
chance to get a championship to add to my legacy? Because
Right.
I know I'm a great talent. Maybe you take a little less money. Like I said, I don't know what's been offered. I don't know what contracts are out there for him. I don't know if money is the hiccup or the issue. Is it
Right.
something bigger that happened in Arizona that we don't know about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mm.
don't know what it is, but I
Yeah.
know watching him play with a below average quarterback and a below average offense and still have the numbers he did when he won
Damn.
uh,
Damn.
before he was hurt or before he got suspended for the PEDs,
Right.
I believe he still has something in the tank. I mean, but
Sure.
I thought once he was released, I thought he was gonna be signed I thought he was gonna have a team picked out within like, the first week and be
Yes.
on a team
I agree.
working somewhere already, man.
I agree. I thought a week, maybe 2 at the most, but definitely not this amount of time from the time that he's talked about it and he was actually released. I mean, it's almost become one of those pieces. He talked about going to the Bills. Well, the Bills have been actually focusing in on their defense, and they've been signing guys on their defense to bolster that up. And I guess they feel like, hey, our offense is good.
Yeah, well, also, Jay, most of the big free agent moves have been made. Now you're getting camped
Yeah.
by these guys to fill in rosters, and then if there's
Right.
any surprise cuts, you get that person, or you grab a few veterans. Like after you get your draft, get your draft class signed. It might
Yeah.
be some play and play veterans that you get at certain positions to help give you a little bit of leadership that you need getting into camp. But
Yeah.
again, most of that is done before you get into these mini camps, so these guys can come get acclimated. Anything else that's done late is normally now done because of injuries, and you got to fill that roster before you get to training camp.
Yeah. Or you do stupid things like Antonio Callaway, who apparently was released for driving with a suspended license. Who definitely could have been my old hell no this week and probably should have. But I mean, we got a roster spot. I'm just saying. But yeah,
shit, man.
Point.
Yeah. There we go.
Cowboy fanning. Look, I I agree though. There's got to be something here that maybe as fans, as general public, we're not seeing or hearing, because I would think that D Hop would be enough of a talent that he signed somewhere. I mean, he listed like 6 different teams, 5-6 different teams.
Yeah, and it's natural for a player to have his ideal landing spot, because
Sure.
as a player, you're gonna pick somebody you want to go to, and so your agent might be like, "Hey, dog, you see like who they signed, what they did? Ain't no cap room there, ain't no chance. We get there." Sometimes you can be unrealistic with where you want to go, and you're gonna always name these teams. But I think honestly, when it comes off of being cut, even though you're an exceptional talent like you are, sometimes you just fall back like, look, I want to go anywhere that's going to help me display my talents or what I have left to this game of football. And then you say that to the public behind closed doors. You tell your agent, look, call so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so if they got the space. Let's try to make something happen with them first. You don't have to come out in public and say what teams you want. And sometimes I know you say, you slide stuff somewhere trying to maybe get that team to bite on that little, get a little nibble on it. But you never know, you might piss off another team too. That's why I think in some situations, keep your mouth shut, don't say nothing, and then, come out and play and do your thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Let your agent do your thing for you, not your other people's. I think that's hurt a lot of players and a lot of situations in there. Moving on to second down. This was actually a big story that happened.
Doing that, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I know you've had a long day. Anyway.
I did work.
LIV. LIV or Live and the PGA have merged. They are now one entity.
Now, Jay, is it for the one tournament that's coming up, or they're gonna merge full-fledged long term?
Full-fledged for the foreseeable future. LIV, and so the Saudis, the Arabians, they're going to put money into the PGA, and they're going to have a lot of things that the Live tournament was doing.
Okay.
Incorporated with the PGA. So and they're still working out the deal as far as what they're going to bring over. Yeah, absolutely. But no cuts, guaranteed contracts, which was a big thing. And here's the other part of it. So Live tournament, right? The Live tour, they pay Koepka came in and won the PGA National, right? He won the thing. He's a Live golfer. And so they're like, look, they can still compete in PGA and do well and win it. So PGA was like, look, okay, fine. We've got to acquiesce. Brooks Koepka got $100 million to play in Live. And now he's coming back to PGA, and he's going to grab up those purses as well, those monies, plus everything else that he's getting from, the endorsements.
Right.
Rory's sitting over there looking like he's chewing on lemons because he didn't go, and he talked so bad about him. It's like, hey, guess what? We ain't got PGA, got nothing for you. This was inevitable though, because the more and more that Live was going, more players were going to go that route.
They're going to defect. You know what, man? Hey, if you can't beat them, your ass better join them. And this is the one thing I will say: most organizations, leagues, and everything else, they would fight tooth and nail and God damn it, we're gonna stand strong.
Yep.
We're gonna come up with some dirt. We're gonna try to make them fold. PGA was like, we might need to call them back and see if they want to take that meet.
They had to.
Ask Blockbuster what happened when they didn't decide to go with Redbox before all this streaming started happening, right?
Man.
Anyway, so I think as crazy of a story as it is, I think this was inevitable to happen. If not, PGA in a couple of years may have been gone. I mean, or dwindled down to a little bit of nothing. Liv was going to pull hardcore, and the bigger names,
Yes.
because some of the bigger names that the PGA was going to keep, getting older, not
Yeah.
as competitive. You know, people still talk about what it costs to get a tour card and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it was.
I mean, you telling me that I can go and play on a competitive tour against some of the best in the world, and I get a guaranteed contract?
And I got the right to my name, image, and likeness in that league, opposed to PGA having first rights of things with my name on it, even though, boy, it was crazy. When I read, when I heard about some of those PGA rules, I was like,
man, it's crazy.
I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. You have given yourself to the tour. You've given yourself to the tour, and they can use it however they want to in perpetuity. And it's crazy because Liv did give the golfers more rights, and they saw that, and that's what they were fighting for. And so, when you're talking about the PGA Tour that's making hundreds of millions of dollars, but you have purses of like $10 million or so, right? And damn, it just didn't add up. It just didn't add up. So I'm happy for it. It's funny to me in this story is that how bad the PGA was trying to put LIV and those that were backing it in such a bad light, right? Oh, they have human rights atrocities and this, that, and the other, but now they're partners.
Hey man, you know how it is. You go mudsling to try to dirty it up, but as soon as you see your pocket's gonna be okay, they're gonna clean it up. They have no choice but to clean it up, bro. That's what they do. They backtrack. Hey, dog. Corporate people, they would make the best defensive backs in the NFL because they backpedal their asses off. They backpedal their asses off.
Open up their hips, huh?
Holes on the ball. And they realize, damn, I should have said that because we're partners now. So how's that first meeting gonna go? It's like, remember when you said that Liv was responsible for human trafficking? Well, when I said that, it wasn't Liv per se. It was just one donor that some gonna come out and we're gonna laugh about it because they're gonna take the money.
Oh. Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. That's all I hear right now, bro.
Ooh, you gotta love it.
Oh, man. Speaking of defensive backs, hey, third down, Damar Hamlin strapped it up. Practice today in Buffalo. Yo, prayers can be answered, man. I was a bit, for sure. I was a bit, I don't know. I was on the fence with this because I'm like, I get it, but
J-Stogs,
he almost died on the field.
Hey,
he was dead on the field.
As miraculous as it is that he's still here, alive and with us.
Yeah,
and I know the competitive part of this man is doing something for himself inside.
Sure.
As like I said, I'm a parent now with kids that love the game of football and stuff, right? I'm an older person that coach younger people. It's still something about this whole situation that's just so scary to me. But at the same time, I tip my hat and I'm so happy that, he can try to, get back to and I want to see him out there doing what he loves to do and being able to do it well and be able to play without even thinking about what happened on the field. But that was one thing in football that happened that, we say we never seen. There's been some other crazy stuff that happened. But I mean, in my lifetime to where I could remember being at a point where it was enough to shake you up and make you maybe almost like a little emotional to see what's going on. That's where, I've never witnessed anything like that. And at the time, not knowing what was going on, thinking that Damar Hamlin might not even make it out alive, to being able to put a helmet back on and get out there at a mini camp. Yeah, it's not a lot of contact, it's just the helmet, but man, that's still big strides for a big step, man. And I'm so happy that he was able to do that, man.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm okay in expressing this opinion, and that's what it is. It's an opinion,
right? Right.
In that, I have a son, he's 7, he's aggressive. And we're having the debate in our house right now of whether to put him in tackle, full contact. We firsthand see the effects of what it can lead to, right, with his grandfather and CT and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So, we have that conversation, but we also don't want to hamper or preclude him from, doing well in the sport, but we have to be responsible. And so this story hits really tough here
Mm-hmm.
in the house because it's like, well, he wants to play.
Right.
He wants to play full contact. But like,
Jay, I understand. And what I tell people is what I I hear other people say about other things in life, like, and not trying to compare the game of football to anyone losing their life, but in situations like what happened in Allen, Texas at the shooting at the outlet mall, right? Part of me was like, dude, I never want to go to that mall again.
Yeah.
Then the other part of me is like, well, think about what you tell young people. You got to keep living life, going with life, and be conscious and aware of your surroundings, but don't live life scared. Same thing I tell parents when it comes down to football. Teach your kids the right way. Get them around the right people. Make sure they have the right training, the right technique. But, being a school teacher, especially of young kids, man, I've seen people run into each other at recess and get a worse concussion than I have in a sporting game. And it happens. And but like you said, your father-in-law played when he did in the era that he did, and to see him in the state he's in now, and the long-term effects of some of what happened when he played is taking place. I get scared sometimes and tell my wife, like, I know I'm silly, I know I do some things, I know I say some stuff joking, but sometimes when I go like, later on when I forget how to say my name, make sure you remind me what my name is. And she's like, boy, you so crazy. But it's times where I walk in the kitchen, I'm just like,
right. Yeah. Why did I come in here?
And everybody's like, well, you're just getting older. Yeah, I'm getting older, but the NFL brain older and regular older, it's different and it's scary sometimes. So I know the precautions some parents have when it comes down to it, and you err on the side of caution, but at the same time, at the end of the day, so much goes on in life. If it can be taught the right way, I always tell some people, if you don't feel comfortable, get them in something now where they're still developing speed, skill, redirection, lateral movement. And then maybe as that brain develops and gets stronger, matures more, maybe you don't. Maybe you wait till middle school to add that contact to their brain. And I'm not opposed to that, dude. I really, trust me, I understand. So the decision y'all have to make, that's a big one, man. Because your football household, it is what it is.
For sure. And and I mean, we love it, and so that's what we got to figure out. Last one, keep it in NFL. 2 Browns players were robbed after leaving a nightclub in Cleveland at 3:30 in the morning.
Hold up.
It's not funny.
It is. No, it's not. You're right.
Luckily, no one was hurt. They took the car, took the jewelry.
Damn.
Right? But you out in the streets at 3:30 in the morning in Cleveland.
Hey, man. I don't know what part of town we're in, but can I tell you, Coach Dungy always told us nothing good happened after midnight. Nothing. Cleveland. No, I said what part of Cleveland, man? That's
all of it.
Yeah. Damn. This is something that I hate happen, Jay, because like we're just saying, when you're young, you're supposed to go out, have fun, enjoy yourself. You're at that point in time in your life where you want to have a good time. But at the same time, man, you are a target. I remember our player development and our player programs, people would have the cops in Tampa come in, undercover officers. He's like, oh yeah, man, I've been around and heard guys plot all the time about catching y'all because they know what your cars look like. They know y'all flossing, y'all flashy, and they was gonna catch y'all coming out the club slipping. You got to be careful. So you want to go out, be aware of your surroundings. Hey, if you got 35 chains, maybe wear one and leave the other 34 at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take your Sunday game day car. Take your other car, maybe. you have to change the way you move depending on where you like to move. And I used to think it was funny, but as I went through my time in the league and it got older and then being married, everything Coach Dungy used to say about most time you get in trouble, you driving more than 20 miles over the speed limit. You with a woman that you just met or don't know well, and you're out past midnight. And you look at a lot of these stories when they happen, it's like, damn, they was speed. Dang, he picked up a young woman at the club he didn't know. Dang, it was 3:00 in the morning. The trifecta. You know, hit the trifecta. As my mom and my aunt would say, well, you need to go play that trifecta. So, man,
For sure, yeah,
that's a bad situation all the way around, bro.
I heard it was a story when they were talking about Jay-Z, and they were saying, and it was talking actually about black wealth, really wealth. And he said it was a lady, and I think she was a psychologist. What she was saying was, notice how when Jay-Z started, he had chains, he had rings, right? And he had some money. But when he took that stuff off, that's when he actually really soared and became upper echelon.
Yeah.
And there's something to that. Barkley talks about it all the time, where he's like, look, I had the same car when I got drafted. The same truck I got drafted, I still have it. He had it for a very long time. And he talked about after he retired from the league, and LeBron had like 5 or 6 cars, and LeBron whittled it down and said, no, because of the story that Barkley talked about, right? And saying that, how many cars does it take for you to drive from one place to another?
Yeah. One.
I agree with what you're saying. Hey, you young, you got money, you out, but at 3:30 in the morning in Cleveland.
Hey man, is Cleveland that bad, dog? Is Cleveland raggedy?
When was the last time you been, bro?
Hey man, can I tell you? Last time I was in Cleveland was 2003.
Yeah, how was it?
Hey man, from the hotel to the stadium, dog. That's all I did because I didn't want to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No offense to nobody, and the mall scene was a little weird. So I returned briskly back to the hotel and just awaited the game and threw my tail home. Yeah, awaited the game, boy. Man, that's all I'll say.
Hey, you know what that makes me say?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what that makes you say, Jay.
Oh hell no! 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 Oh hell no!
Oh, hell no.
Yes, hanging out in Cleveland at 3:30 in the morning does make me say, oh hell no. This is where we see things that happen throughout the week in sports, and that people do that just makes us say, oh, hell no.
Got to be more careful.
Gots to be more careful. This week, I alluded to one before, but this is a really good one that Big Game came up with, and I'm going to steal a little bit of the thunder, just a little. But I'm going to let him really kind of take this. Fox Sports. That's how bad trash. That's how trash it's become.
4 spots. Yeah, that too.
4 spots. Apparently have parted ways with Shannon.
We'll rewind that. Let you say that again.
There you go.
Fox
Sports. Fox Sports, in particular, undisputed, have parted ways with Shannon Sharpe.
Well, agreed to a buyout. Agreed to a
buyout. Okay, all right. Well, whatever you want to call it. He don't work there no more.
Right.
Okay. But the other name that has been rumored to take the spot is former running back LaShawn McCoy. Gang. What I don't. Shannon Sharpe was the reason why I would watch that show, because Skip sure as hell was not.
let's be real. Let's be all the way real. Shannon Sharp made that show.
Yes.
Shannon Sharp, when he decided to do the show, when Skip got fired from ESPN, they came up with the show. No one thought. Well, I don't think a lot of people thought Shannon Sharp was going to be a bigger star than Skip Bayless. He was going to be the piece that Skip needed. Marcellus probably said it best. Skip Bayless became pissed off that Shannon Sharp elevated and got to a point where he was leaps and bounds above him now. Popularity, personality, knowledge of it. And you can see the hate and resentment in Skip Bayless in some of their later shows to where it's BS. Even to tell him that he was jealous of Brady because his career wasn't half as good, but yet Shannon Sharp is in the Hall of Fame. Excuse my language. Fuck that. Skip Bayless. No. I mean, he's the white Jason Whitlock, dude. He says that kind of stuff to get at you, but like Shannon Sharp, he gets personal. And even when, like, one of these last episodes, man, I saw it. I'm gonna send it to you. He tried to belittle Shannon in some of the recording, and he said, "Well, we weren't gonna talk about it today." Like, basically coming at you like, "Look, this is my show. This is what I want to do. You have no right to talk about it right now. Move on." Like, he almost want to hit him with that boy at the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I hate it. It's distasteful. And Fox Sports, yes, Skip Bayless is the lily flaky name that everyone knows, but he's the one you should have brought out and got rid of because time has passed him by. He still believes that the Dallas Cowboys are the best football team in the NFL.
Hold on now. Hold on.
My bad. I just had to do that because you're a Cowboys fan, Jay. But realistically, everything that he says,
I agree.
He sticks solely to the team he likes or the person he likes, sells that, doesn't even want to have an open argument or discussion about anything. He wants it to be my way or the highway kind of guy. Bye.
Right.
Skip Bayless should have been the one that's going. So to me, the oh hell nah. I'm gonna let you talk about the other part of it that we discussed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the oh hell nah to me is the way the network handled it, catering to the higher up and the bigger name and making the brother fall on the sword again.
Yeah. No, and I mean, and you talked about moving on from ESPN where Stephen A. and he were on the show, and you know, all intents and purposes, one could say that Stephen A. was, I don't think I would say he was as big as Skip was at that time, but he was definitely.
But he was on the elevator of ascension. Skip Bayless hit his peak, dog. He's not going up anymore.
Yeah,
he's got a certain following, a group that likes him. Then he'll have that other group that loves to hate him. And hey, that's what I'm talking about, Reed, what Marcellus Wiley said. But Skip Bayless is done. Stephen A. past that. Shannon Sharp was getting, Club Shay Shay, everything else was taking off. And Skip Bayless could not stand it. I know he can't.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, he's in his feelings. But to bring in LaShawn McCoy, oh man. Listen, and we talked about this beforehand. There's a reason why you bring in LaShawn McCoy. And what my feeling and sentiment is this. You bring in a person that doesn't have as much charisma, doesn't have as much oomph as the previous people that you had before. Because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
When I think of LaShawn McCoy, it is not pizzazz, it's not charisma, it's not personality. It's not. Stephen A. had that.
He goes with the controversial things. That's what I know from what I see with the show he's on with Joy Taylor and them right now.
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy is going to hit you with, he's going to say what's on his mind, which that doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Speak your mind. But I think there's a way you can speak your mind and still speak a certain way to people. But I think he's going to, I don't know. We're going to see how it works out for him.
Again, I think when you look at Stephen A., and as much as I hate him, he has charisma. he has the ability for you to listen to what he's saying so you can counter it, right? Or whatever. Shannon Sharpe is another guy that, again, he has charisma. He has that pizzazz, that showmanship that Skip wishes he has, and he just doesn't.
Right.
And so that is why, again, I think anyone that sits in that chair across from him that shows that they have a personality that's better than his or bigger than his, that is more charismatic, they'll be gone. They'll be gone. So we'll see what LaShawn does. And, because I tell you what, I know one person who needs to have one, and that's that boy Beast Mode.
They not ready for beast mode, dog.
I am, though.
All the way 1,000. He's not even 100. Beast mode is 1,000. I don't know if anybody's ready for beast mode, man.
I'm ready for it, man. I need that. I'd be there for it. Hey, let's go ahead. Let's move on to Keep It on the Court. That's right. Finals edition.
You would do that when I wasn't on the thing, man. That's
what? You should have. Hey, you should have been on the thing. That's right. The finals tomorrow. It is tied up 1-1. It is a series. Man, what a great series we're watching here. There's been some talk amongst a lot of people, a lot of circles. Spolestra, Eric, first name. Should we consider him a top 10? Is this an all-time coach? Top 10 all-time coach? Man, that's ooh.
Man,
I mean,
people got excited on that one.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, well, let's think about it, Jay. Like, if you had a Mount Rushmore, that's 4. So your top four coaches is probably going to be like, I mean, I'm not speaking for you, but I'm just saying in general. Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, Popovich. Maybe you go back to old Red Auerbach because of what he did with the Celtics, something like that.
That's it.
Now you got to start naming 6 more coaches all time.
John Daly.
Come on. Okay.
John Daly would be one.
Okay.
I like Adelman. I think, and he was honored.
Rick Adelman. Okay.
Yeah.
And you probably say Steve Kerr.
Yeah, Steve Kerr. I would put him there. I like Don Nelson. That's me being who I am.
A homer, yes.
It's being a homer, but he's done some really good things. Some would even consider Rick Carlisle a good coach.
So if you're going to say Rick Carlisle in the top 10, then you already know Eric Spoelstra's in there. You just made my point for me. I mean, the guy went from a videotape editor to a coach that no one said could succeed and take over after
what about
Pat
Doc?
Riley.
What about Doc Rivers?
What has Doc Rivers won?
A championship. He's won a final.
One. Eric Spoelstra's 1, 2, and been to 4.
I hear what you're saying.
Eric Spoelstra took a play-in team to the NBA finals this year.
Yes.
That everyone said was going to get swept. That's 1-1 now. Made the adjustments. Yes. Eric Spoelstra's a damn good coach. And I think when you can start talking about what he's done and what he's able to do adjustment-wise, like right now, to me, all the pressure's on Mike Malone when it comes down to the coaches in this series. He's got to find a way to prove that his team really is the number 1 seeded team in the entire tournament in the NBA.
Can you say that first one was his or was it Pat Riley? Because Pat Riley came down and said, "Okay, move out of the way." He moved him out the chair.
Spolestra.
He moved him out of the chair. Pat Riley came down and said, "Hey, you messing this thing up."
He's still done enough good to where I give him his due. I think Eric Spoelstra is a top 10 coach all time. I think he's the best coach in the league right now.
Ooh.
For
Best coach in the league.
For what he's done. for the injuries he's had, and to have the Heat playing the way they are, I'm gonna give him some credit. You call me crazy if you want to.
I'll do a lot of times.
I get that though, bro. I get crazy a lot.
Where do you put Lenny Wilkins?
I love Lenny Wilkins. You know, he's an old Hawks coach. Old Hawks.
I know that. Would you say he's a top 10?
Top 15 for sure. Like, I didn't go through and make up a whole top 10 list. I'm just saying, I didn't make a whole list, but I knew like my Mount Rushmore in my head. And then you saying Chuck Daly like you did, yes, right there, Adam. And you say George Karl, a lot of other people you could say.
I would definitely put George Karl in there.
But I'm thinking like modern era, two coaches that automatically come to mind: Steve Kerr and Eric.
This says top 10 all-time coach. All time means all time. So like Rudy Tomjanovich, Rudy T, where does he go?
I got Spolestra in there, dog. I told you, in my top 10.
Above Rudy T?
Why not? Rudy T is known for being knocked.
Why not?
Rudy Tomjanovich is more famous for being knocked out. Oh no, that wasn't him. That was what's the coach name that got knocked out by Kermit? What's his name? Back in the 70s, the early 80s.
Choked out.
He got knocked out like he broke his eye socket. It was a famous wasn't Flip Saunders, was it? I gotta look up who I'm thinking about. Anyway, man, that's just me, dog. Top 10 all time. That's
wow.
And we can say and some of the top. We can say some of this for the shop tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one for the shop because I don't know if I put. Ooh, man.
Yeah, you trying to look it up right now, but this, you know,
I am looking up because this is the thing. I've got to think about the coaches that have been that are no longer coaching, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah,
right,
okay, because the
What
top
about?
5,
Oh.
you know, top 5 is top 5, but the
Right.
top 10, you know, do I put them in? Yeah, maybe 10, 9, 10, more like 12, 13.
Shots fired.
I can't. You know what? It's the Pat Riley effect of Pat Riley moving him, and that's what does it.
So you think the only you think Spolstra's not successful because of the Pat Riley step aside child thing?
Not a top 10. I think he is very successful. I think he's a really, really, really good coach. I think he's a great coach. And I would even go as far to agree with he is the best coach this year.
And you gonna
He
stop
is coach of the year. I will give you that because the reality is Pat Butler, who's an all-star, not a superstar.
And you crazy on that one too. Jimmy, an all-star doesn't do what he's done and will this team to victory all these series.
Stop it.
Like he has.
Because he
Jimmy
ain't done
Butler's
nothing.
a superstar.
I'm sorry, sir. He ain't done shit this whole playoff.
You mean this whole series against the Nuggets?
Finals. This finals and the one before. And Boston? Oh, come on, man.
No. I
Boston?
said game 2 in Boston.
In Boston?
Game 7. Okay, so Caleb Martin took over in one game. Jimmy Butler still had enough defense, touches, still. Man, you crazy, J-Stogs. So Jimmy Butler
Bam Adebayo is being like the superstar on this squad right now.
What games have you watched?
All of them. All of them. Dude.
Bam almost tricked off the Boston series.
Listen. Jimmy Butler, I watched this dude. He has the yips. He has the yips. He can't buy a bucket. He can't. Dude, he's like 7 of 32 in this series.
You sure about that? Man, let me go to Jimmy's stat line while you up here BSing, bro.
Who am I? When you look it up, you just look at me. You ain't got to say nothing. Just look at me. He does not have a good stat line. It is not good.
Man, Jimmy Butler did something against your Mavericks, dog, because All right.
I like Jimmy Butler.
Dude, this says right here, and I don't know where they get the average from. He's averaging 22.9 points per game, 5.9 rebounds per game, and 5.3 assists per game.
That's the season. That's the season. Look in the finals.
Why do they have the whole season average here?
I don't know. Just look at the finals. That's what matters. Because that's what I'm telling you. Because even the Boston series, he shrunk. He went away, especially like the last 4 games, you couldn't find him. He had went away. Went away. And I remember game 6, when they lost, they're like, Jimmy, shoot the ball. Jimmy, shoot the ball.
No, he did. He played bad that game. He had a horrible game 6. Came back game 7. Man, you can't sit him with J-Stogs. I'm just saying, Jimmy Butler, I don't care what you say to me.
Game 5,
now,
game
your
6.
Devin Booker talk, I could take. Jimmy Butler not being a superstar. So let me ask you this. If Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat upset the Denver Nuggets and win the NBA title, is Jimmy Butler now a superstar?
No, because it won't be because of him. It won't be because of him.
God damn, Jay. Man, you okay. Now, this
all right. Here you go. Look.
It's not giving me finals. Let me tell you what it's saying for the playoffs.
No. I'm gonna give you his game stats. Game stats. June 4th. This is the last game. He was 7 of 19. 7 of 19. 40 minutes. 21 points. 7 of 19.
He missed. You said shoot
June
the ball,
1st.
Jimmy. He shot it.
Come on, man. June 1st, he was 6 of 14, 13 points.
6 of 14 is not horrible. What percentage is that?
13 points. That's 13 points. That's less than 50%.
Okay.
That's less than 50%. In the Boston game, okay, game 7 of the Boston game, he was 12 of 28 for 28 points.
Okay.
In the game before that, in the game 6 game that I talked about, he was 5 of 21.
We knew him and Bam combined to be 9 for 32 that game. There's no surprise. That doesn't mean that you're not a superstar because of one game.
The game before that, he was 5 of 10.
That's 50%. You know how rich you can be. If you can shoot 50% in the NBA, you'd be rich.
14 points. He had 14 points.
Okay.
You're not going to tell me that's a superstar.
All right.
14 points is superstar? 5 of 13, 16
never
points.
been shut down.
Come on, man.
In the games that it counts, the games that it counts that they have to win, he's going above and beyond. Help win those games. Will this 8th seeded team to the finals?
This is the problem with Jimmy Butler.
I think Jimmy Butler,
and I like Jimmy Butler. I really like Jimmy Butler. I think he's a great talent. He's a great all-star talent. The problem with Jimmy Butler, number one, is in the regular season. This is that he's not the dude. You can tell me 22 points is great, and it is for an all-star. That ain't a superstar.
22.9 points per game, 5.9 rebounds per game, 5.3 assists. Jokic,
not a superstar.
Okay, is Jokic a superstar? What's all that for? Okay,
yes.
that superstar averaged 24.5 points per game.
Yes. He's a superstar. He said, "What's that noise?" That's the noise of me being right. Game is hearing things. Jokic is a superstar. Murray is an all-star. Butler is an all-star. There's a reason why you're a play. You have to do a playing game, and you're a 7 seed. You can't tell me you're a superstar, and you're doing that. You're an all-star.
The injuries that they had, Jay.
Oh man, nah, dude. Look,
Tyler Hero out. Victor Oladipo gone.
Listen. 22.9 points a game, 21.4 points a game, 21.5 points a game, 19.9 points a game, 18.2 points a game. Like, that's what he is. He is
Give
an
me your
all-star.
superstar stat line then. Give me your superstar stat line.
My superstar?
Yeah,
At least 27.
Give me one of your superstars in their stat line.
At least 27 points a game. I'm saying at least from the field, 57, 58%, closer to 60%. Free throws, I'm saying at least 80 to 85%.
Jay, who's
from the
shooting
free throw
60%? Who's shooting 60% in the league right now?
Steph would shoot 60%. He's a superstar.
He's not shooting 60% though.
What did I say about 50? 57%?
I'm going to look that up. We're going to have to see
55,
that.
57%?
All
from
right.
the field. Not from three, from the
I
field.
know you're not talking from three. If you were talking about from three, I was going to call 911 and send some help over to your house.
Someone call 911.
Yeah, I was going to play Wyclef. The bullets in my heart. Let's keep this thing going, man. You done got real like
Spolestra top 10. I don't see it, man. I don't see him as a top 10 coach, but I think he's one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the league right now. I'll give you that. Coach of the year for sure. Okay. I'll give you that. NBA coaching carousel. A lot of out, a lot of in. Detroit Pistons. They have parted ways with Dwayne Casey. Actually, he's moved up. And Monty Williams is now in Detroit.
Yeah. Did we talk about that last week?
I don't know if we did. I don't think we did.
We'll see. I think Monty Williams had a lot left. I think he was the fall guy in Phoenix, and part of the new ownership wanted their own people in there anyway.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. The young boy they got out of Duke is good.
Yeah.
And no. I'm tripping. The kid from Duke is in Orlando. The one they got from Oklahoma, Bacho's in Orlando. The kid that they got Cade Cunningham from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
From Oklahoma State, right?
Yeah.
Him, and then the piece they got last year, they got Nail Ivy's son out of Purdue. They got a good young nucleus, man. I think Detroit's gonna be fine with Monty Williams at the helm, and I think that was a good hire. We'll see. What about you? What about the Frank Vogel hire in Phoenix?
This makes no sense to me. Phoenix is a dumpster fire, man. And I told you this, when you held on to Chris Paul for too long, you made the trades that you did for KD, who is an all-star, not a superstar nowadays. This is what you get. Whatever. But he is. He is an all-star. He is not a superstar. He cannot lift the team to the finals like Jimmy Butler can.
You didn't.
Sorry.
You ain't have to do
Did you drop it?
I'm just, I hear you, dog. You didn't have to do that, man. It's all good though. I see you, player.
I just had to do it, man. Houston Rockets hired Ime Udoka.
We knew that was happening. Good hire.
Yeah.
Boston with him, and supposedly he came out and said that he has a better nucleus than what he thought he had. We'll see.
Hard feelings? Yes. Bucks, of course, we talked about Budenholzer out. Adrian Griffin is in.
Yeah, we talked about him last week. Not a big deal, we said.
No, I don't think that's going to be nothing. Nick Nurse is in Philly. We knew Doc was going to be the fall guy, but Nick Nurse in? To me, that's kind of interesting.
Well, we said, why did Nurse pick Philly over Phoenix?
Right.
We talked about that in the last episode.
Right.
He saw something, man, that he believed in and he wanted to be a part of. So, okay.
Yeah, you know what it was. Phoenix is a dumpster fire.
That's Phoenix calling for help right now.
Man. I like this question. Is Butler or Jokic under more pressure to win a championship? And I would say it's Jokic for sure. I think it's actually Jokic because
Titan, sit down. Sorry.
Butler
Chief.
is not expected to win. They weren't
Exactly.
expected to win.
Exactly. An 8
Like you
seed has no pressure. And you just said the man's not a superstar anyway, Jay. So there's no pressure on him. There's no pressure on an all-star to win a championship.
No.
Crazy ass. Anyway.
It's not crazy. He's not
crazy.
he's not a superstar.
But
No,
Nikola Jokic, 2-time MVP.
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets being the number 1 seed, I think, in the West. 2 out of the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for the pressure's all on Jokic. There's no pressure on Jimmy Butler at all. All the pressure's on Nikola Jokic to get it done.
What's crazy though is I think he can handle it better than most other players in the league. Yeah. Just because of his pedigree and his personality. But yeah, it's definitely on him. I saw this and kind of cringed. Kyrie really trying to get LeBron to Dallas. There's some reports out there that he's been reaching out to LeBron to say, hey, you should come on down here to Texas. This makes me cringe.
Man, well, one, he's still under contract. The Lakers aren't gonna let him go. I don't see them wanting to trade LeBron James. But crazy things have happened. If I'm the Lakers, I do think that you have to sign Rory Nakamura and you got to sign Austin Reeves. So that leaves no money really to try to deal to get Kyrie when the most money he can get is from the Dallas Mavericks. Now, does he take less money and leave? Who knows? But if I'm Kyrie, I would recruit too to get the most possible money and get my homeboy back playing with me and give me a chance to win. Yeah, I would do it. Would it happen? I don't know. I doubt it, but I can see him doing it.
But Dallas has a number 10 pick. That's all they got. They ain't got no second round pick. They really don't have any money. They have bad contracts. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I was surprised when I saw those damn tweets and texts going out. I was like, ain't no way in hell this is what's going on right now, man.
No, not at all.
Makes no sense at all. But
not even a little bit. All right, folks. It's that time of the evening where game gets the most frustrated. That's right. It's time for the top 5. Play the thing.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
That's right. Some people have a top 100. Some have a top 50. Some have a top 25. Some even punk out and have a top 10 list. But here on Big Game Sports Buzz, we don't do that. We don't do that. Top 5. Who's in? Who's out? What's in? What's out? Tonight. Summer blockbuster movies of all time. Listen, here's the deal. From May to August, okay, that is considered the summer blockbuster season. Okay, the summer movie season. Generally, this is when the movie theaters, the movie companies, they're like, hey, we're going to make movies for this specific time because people are off and we're going to make the best thing out here. So, without further ado, man, this is a tough one. This is hard. This was hard. I have 3 different sets of lists.
Same here. Oh, man. First and foremost, man, let me apologize now if I offend anybody by my movie choices. I really wanted a certain genre breakdown. I went through this list and I reconfigured it a couple different ways. And Jay, you gave the date and time of these releases that, those months that they talk about, May to August. I had to think about when I was real little, I got excited about seeing the movie, but I don't think I really paid attention to the time of year and that it was around summertime. So it made me eliminate some of those movies that I love as movies, and they would be my all-time favorite movies, but not necessarily summer blockbusters, because when I got older, my first job was working at a movie theater.
I did not know that, game.
Yeah, man. So my senior year in high school, man, I worked at Cineplex 7 in Newark, California, right there by the mall. And it was there where I kind of really start seeing the buildup and how they go about promoting movies and how they go about doing things to, create this big anticipation and, like, hey, everyone, I need you to step up in this line right here. Do this, do this. You see people coming in and they snap. You like, damn, this is a big deal. So, this is when I kind of got to see.
So you were Magic Johnson before Magic Johnson.
I can't even put my name in that same sentence because if I just had a fraction of Magic's paper, man, you know how many more listeners we would have right now on this show?
More than what we have now.
Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, here's some of the movies that I think of when I think of summer blockbusters.
Let's do it.
Transformers, the original Transformers when that came out. Man, that was back in 2007. And much anticipated movie. They hyped it up, and I think the first one really did live up to the hype. So I got Transformers. Next, I have The Avengers in 2012. I just think the comic book movie thing started going on when Marvel did Iron Man. It created a big buzz, so now everyone wanted to see more. They timed the Avengers up well, did a good job. All of them were great to me. Civil War, Infinity War, and all that shit. But the original Avengers, this is one that, I just got to talk to my mom because she's in town. Terminator 2. I remember her going to get tickets for me and my best friend and my god sister, my little cousin, who were all out in California visiting us. The original Terminator came out in 84, 83, 80 something. And they waited, all the way to, 1996, not 96, 1991 to release this thing. And the anticipation was crazy. The theaters were nuts. And, Terminator. The next one, this movie here, I love this movie, Jay. And it was big for the summer. And it came out right around the 4th of July to celebrate its name. Independence Day with Will Smith.
Yes, sir.
Independence Day was a big blockbuster. And they made you really, really want to see this movie the way they advertised it. Yes. And last but not least for me, this is one that I saw all the hype at work. I had to build all the promos to put up around the theater. I had to change the marquee, and I had to stop the extra bags of popcorn because AJ, they thought the movie was gonna be so crazy. They made us pop giant bags of popcorn. So like, if they ever ran low with the fresh stuff, we would just run out there and dump those in the glass cases, bro. Yeah. So anyway, that was the original Jurassic Park.
Yeah. That is super fair. Fantastic. Yes, give yourself a hand clap. That is dude, I can't argue with any of those.
I'm stressed now too, dog, because man, you know how hard that was for me just to try to get 5 out of. Man, I want you to see this list I got.
Man, look. Let me just go ahead and jump in this. I agree with you. Independence Day is on my list because before he slapped Chris Rock, Will Smith was slapping aliens and doing a really good job at it. Keep my world out your mother-loving mouth.
Wait, what?
There you go. That's what the aliens sound like. Avengers was good, but I actually picked Endgame. Avengers Endgame. Man, it is what it is. So amazing. Star Wars Episode 4, which started it all off in 1977.
But were you really that excited in 77 for a summer blockbuster like that?
First of all, I wasn't born. Let's start there.
That's the whole thing.
And
great movie though. Yes, Jay. Yes.
All time. When I did see it, Yes, I could see that. This is
I-
the greatest movie
Yeah.
in the summer, May 4th, when it was released, right? Boom, there you go. Jaws. Again, not born the year it came out in 1975, but let me tell you something. I didn't go in the water because of it. And when they released subsequent movies after Jaws, dude, all you have to hear is this. Dun-na,
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
dun-da. That's
Yeah.
all we can sing. But that's, man, that right there, that's a summer movie for you. And that really started the summer blockbuster
I mean,
genre.
I got you. It's a good one, Jay. Are you done? Was that 5?
That's 4.
Oh, my bad,
So
player.
here's the thing.
Oh, damn.
Oh, here's the 5th one. Okay. This was a very, very tough one. It was a toss-up for me. I wish I could do my, Big Game James honorable mention, but I don't do that.
Why do you do that, dog? You don't have to keep going back and throwing them shots at me like that, bro.
Because it's true. But I'm gonna go ahead and make my choice. The Karate Kid, the original with Ralph Macchio.
Man, wasn't that like 1988, 87?
Yes, I watched that in a movie theater. It was.
I mean, I did too. Me and my homeboy Kareem got dropped off by my parents to go check that out. Okay.
Karate Kid. Karate Kid made my list. Because it was between that and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You're old school ass. Damn, you an old soul, bro.
Dude, I just watched Temple of Doom. Man, it's so good.
So are you going to watch the new one? Dare I need to ask if the Buff Nerd will be?
I don't know, man. I really think they need to do a reboot.
I heard the way
Indiana
they did the CG to work it in, that it works out really well. I don't know. That's just what I heard, bro. But I feel like I'll check it out. I love the Indiana Jones franchise.
I do, except for when it had River Phoenix in it. It was kind of you don't
like Tobey Maguire? Not Tobey Maguire, the
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
Shia LaBeouf.
But I think they wrote it up. They wrote it up well for that. River
Yeah.
Phoenix was a little bit different. I feel you on that one with him.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf, it was a little bit different. But
Yeah.
other than that, I guess I go back to this. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, and then the Lost Ark. Not the Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, and the first 3 with Harrison Ford. Those, when I say franchise, those are the 3 I initially think of.
Yes. And then The Last Crusade. That was
Yeah. That's it right there.
Yeah. That was The Last Crusade when he did with Sir Sean Connery. So
the dog's name was Indiana. Damn, my bad, dog. The dog's name was Indiana.
Oh my God, bro. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, look, this summer is going to be amazing because there's some great movies, and that's what made me want to come up with top 5 summer blockbusters. Make sure that you put yours in the chat. We definitely want to hear and see.
So, Jay,
what you came up with? Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be slick. So, what are you most looking forward to this summer?
Well, I've seen Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. If you haven't seen it, we're going to be talking about it on Blerditude, hopefully Thursday, before the other show. But yeah, because I got to go out on Friday. But yeah, that was amazing. I'm really looking forward to The Flash. That's going to be good. That's June 16th.
See, I'm excited about The Flash just because my son is excited about it. He's like, Dad, can we go see The Flash? I'm like, yeah, dog, we can go see The Flash. Like, he's all into it. He watches a series on Netflix, and he can't wait to go see it. So I'm excited.
Now, the Flash TV show is amazing. So I'm really excited for that. I'm ready to see The Flash. Also, Transformers, which is coming out this weekend. Very excited to see that. Beast Wars. They call it Rise of the Beast, but this is Beast Wars, so I'm very excited for that.
Jay, this storyline, I need to go read up on it because I'm like, when
Yep.
did they go all primal and animal with the Transformers? What did I miss? But I want to see it. I do want to see it.
Go see it. It's actually really good. The cartoon and comics that this plays off of, if it plays to that, actually was a good canon for it. So I really liked it. Basically, you have Beast Wars, and then against the Devastator, which was the Decepticons and their kind of deal there. But this is good. Then also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is coming out end of June. New cartoon, Mutant Mayhem. It is voiced by everybody.
It's a cartoon. It's not like the live action
No.
one. Oh, okay.
No, this is a cartoon, but it has Ice Cube. It has John Cena. It has, yeah, I mean, it's literally voiced by everybody. Jackie Chan is Splinter. I mean, dude, it's just going to be amazing. So, yes, that's why I'm really looking forward to it.
Cool.
The summer blockbuster's back. Let's go.
Go ahead, man.
Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the love. Make sure that you share. I'm J-Stogs, the Buff Nerd. Let's go.
And I'm your boy, Big Game James. Hey, man, y'all stop all this hating on all this BS, man. Y'all tell somebody to tell somebody. And if you haven't caught us before, catch all these episodes. Because even if I say so myself, the Buff Nerd and I, we do a pretty damn good job of giving y'all sports only way we know how. Real and 100%. A little bit of else stuff sprinkled in there along the way. So until next time, y'all be good. Peace.
Dope. It's a dope groove by Spolestra.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the players' point.